So the most obvious way to build self-confidence and to feel good about yourself in all areas of life, especially when you're around people, and that's dieting. It's probably the most obvious discipline and confidence builder that's out there, but most people will avoid it. And I know this from experience, from being a coach for almost 11 years, and I know from avoiding diet myself for so many years at so many different stages of my life. And we always tend to avoid things that make us feel uncomfortable, that expose our weaknesses and our lack of discipline, our low self-esteem, our self-doubt, our traumas, our anxieties, fears of not being loved, of not being good enough, judged, etc. Now, diet can be something that it's easy to bypass it because as a kid growing up, you'd hear about it for years. You've got all these television programs or these new diets, you've got these cooking books, you've got people promoting dieting, you've got another group of people attacking them, saying, you shouldn't be encouraging people to lose weight, except people being overweight. So you've got these two different arguments. And I've noticed in social interactions, it's fascinating, most people encourage you to be unhealthy in your life. It's kind of a sad truth in society. Most people encourage you to be overweight, to not look after yourself, to not eat healthy, to not feel good. And the reason why people do it is because they're selfish. They do that because they don't want you to be in shape, because it makes them feel bad about being out of shape, makes them feel insecure. It's really sad when you think about it. It's selfish, it's unkind, and it's nasty. When you really think about it and you're honest about it. Now, of course, I'm a huge believer in not pushing things on people if they don't want it, which is why you don't have to be on my video. You're coming on my channel and I will help anyone who's got a good attitude, so you don't have to stay on this video. But my clients pay me and they ask me to tell them the truth about where they can improve, and so do most of you guys, which is why you love my channel, and I love helping you, and I like applying these disciplines in my own life. Now, I just want to make a point of saying I'd much rather be around someone who was ripped, who was in shape, who ate a really healthy diet, and I'd rather them make me feel insecure about myself, because with my mindset and the way I've chose to live in the last 15 years, I wouldn't hate them. I wouldn't be jealous of them. I'll respect them. It would inspire me to get in shape. But most people in society don't think like that, and that's their choice. And we've all got a choice, and I choose to live this way. So you can use insecurity in such a positive way to transform your life as you can use unhealthy eating. I've battled with unhealthy eating for the majority of my life. It's only been I'd say the last couple of years that I had a realization, when I got a phone call from the doctor saying nothing majorly to worry about, but my cholesterol was a bit high and I was well overweight, I could make excuses and say it's because I had a breakdown, which I did in 2017. I was on medication. I had real mental health challenges. But nonetheless, no one forced me to stuff all those hamburgers, chocolates and sweets down my throat. I chose to do that. And the consequences were I was 25 pounds even more overweight. So I lost the weight. I've lost like 25 pounds. My diet is the best it's ever been, and I feel fantastic. And for me personally, I don't have to do it, but I feel a responsibility as a confidence coach to be in shape, to be disciplined, and to live the best life I can live, and set a good example. And it's something that I enjoy doing, and I've had good friends, mentors, and personal trainers who have helped me to get in shape and continue. And also listening to David Goggins really played a part in my determination mindset, and I agree with all the things he said, pretty much aligned with what I just said just a second ago, and really learning from other people that are successful discipline, especially people like David Goggins, and you don't have to be famous, who didn't initially start off in shape. They were overweight, they're out of shape. These are usually the best teachers who've really come from a struggling place, got it right, and then they teach other people. What a great example to be. So the whole, thing around self-esteem, not just for your health, which is the most important, but you feel good when you have set a goal and you've worked really hard, you've gone through suffering, you've gone through that stage that we all go through of not being happy, being in that negative phase or period, and then you break out of it, you make progress, and you get the results. And I feel fantastic, and I want as many people to feel the way that I feel if they want to. So that's why I've added to a lot of my original coaching. Now I've included, for people that want it, right? Most of my clients already are fit and healthy and they have good diets, but some are not. So I've included dieting and physical training as part of confidence coaching, along with all the other things that I do, helping people with relationships, social anxiety, confidence, discipline, etc. Because it's so important, especially for all aspects of life. And I honestly think that you can be a kinder person. Of course, when you're happy with yourself and when you're healthy and fit, you're gonna have more love to give to other people in most cases. So it's not just a selfish thing for the individual. I think it's very unselfish. Like I said earlier, I think most people are very selfish because they encourage you to have poor health, to be out of shape, to have low self-esteem. And that's why I like the business that I'm in, because it's the opposite. It's actually enjoying lifting people up and making them get into great shape, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. So the dieting, although on the surface can just seem like an obvious thing and we hear it, we roll our eyes, it affects every area of your life in a positive way. Now, I want to make a point of saying, I'm also a believer in moderation. So if you want to have a cheat meal, a burger, some cakes, I really enjoy that. If you're disciplined most of the time, then even the most disciplined people will, have some junk food here and there. It's probably good for you just to have a little bit of junk here and there, right? Everything within moderation. I don't know why Bruce Lee's come to mind. Well, of course, Bruce Lee was an inspiration for me growing up, seeing the physique and the shape that he was in. And when I say physique and shape, I'm not just talking about someone who's ripped and's got a six-pack, like a Goggins or a Bruce Lee, and almost me, I'm coming there. I'm really talking about mentally they're in great shape. They're just better people. They're just more positive, more encouraging, more loving, less selfish, more giving, more open, better energy. I'm talking about the whole 360. And again, that's why I love this journey. And as I said, it's always the challenging areas that most of us avoid, where the most amount of confidence and self-esteem and growth is. And of course, in whatever area of life you're in, if you get your diet right and you lose weight and you're in shape and you maintain it, you're going to improve your finances. You're going to improve all relationships in your life. You're going to feel better. I'm going to end this video on par with my favorite subject, which is pretty much what I've dedicated most of my life teaching, and that's helping people, men specifically, to overcome social anxiety. Dieting, and you guys asked me on the streams, there's 100%, if you get your diet right and you exercise regularly, let's say 3 times a week you do physical training and you eat healthy for 80% of the time, you're going to have less social anxiety because you can have better confidence, better self-esteem, and the feel-good factor is going to play out in all of your social interactions. So I'll be talking a lot more on this channel, and I've been doing a lot of short videos, and there's been a great support on Instagram and YouTube. People have messaged me. I remember it was about 2 years ago, I got stopped on Oxford Street by a young guy, a tall guy, nice guy, and he said to me that my videos inspired him to get back into the gym and train. And he looked happy, he was fit, and he really appreciated it. And I thought, that's great, it's making a positive difference. So everybody can make a difference to the next person by getting discipline in their own life, and diet is probably the most obvious place to start. And it's something to continuously work with, and I really enjoy it. If you want to see the meal preps that I do, you can go on Instagram. They're basic, they're brilliant. My main meal is salmon with broccoli and brown rice, or sometimes I remove the carbs, just have it with veg and chicken breast. The obvious stuff, fruit, veg. I'm still learning this stuff myself, but really improving a lot. But the mindset of how I got to this point and lost the weight and changed my eating habits, I teach that in my paid coaching program, especially on the 1-year program, where I help clients to change their life in all areas of life, especially socially. So yeah, already I feel that I've given a lot of value today. And just, when you're living it, you're teaching it. You don't have to explain. I like to explain it because you guys want to learn. It's how I teach, and it makes a fun conversation. So let me know in the box below if you've got a lot of improvements from my videos, or you've been on a dieting journey for a long time. A lot of you have, And again, those of you that don't want to do it, that's completely your choice. It's got nothing to do with me. As I said, you have a choice to come on the videos, and I'm helping the people that want the help and ask for it. Because I know this is a very sensitive area. People get very, very offended when you talk about weight, diet, eating habits. I get it. People have feelings. We all do. But people got to get over that. Because if you're going to be offended by everything, then that's down to you. That's not down to me and other people. That's your character. It's weak. You should strengthen it, or improve your self-esteem, or be grateful for what you've got in your life, and so forth. So yeah, more videos to be spoken about this. I've got a lot to say on it, but I thought I'd get the ball rolling, start getting out these longer videos, because I made a decision in 2017 that I was going to get my diet right, get fit again, and teach that body of work to people that follow me, and to my clients as well, because it's a life-changing thing. And ultimately, the deeper message on this channel is confidence. But even deeper than the confidence is good mental health, and good diet, exercising regularly equals good mental health. All right. Thank you for the support. I'll see you soon.